Pistols are awesome, but what if you could have a full 16-inch AR-15 when you're out in town? What's up, YouTube? I've got something really cool to talk to you guys about today. And this is an AR-15. What's cool about this AR-15 is that it will actually fold in half at the barrel. Now, this is a unique design that I have never seen before. And to be honest, I was a bit skeptical about it, about a few things, about the accuracy, the reliability of it, because with this thing folding and unfolding, I wondered, well, is it going to wear out any of the components? Is it going to line up properly every time and be accurate? And I'll tell you that it has, and I'll show you that here in this video. But before we get out on the range and do some actual live fire with it, I just want to go through some things and talk about it. So, again, this folds in half. This is a full 16-inch barrel. It'll pack down into a little bitty pack. This is the one that they send with it. We'll talk about packs in a minute. But the retaining method is a pin, and it just clips in and it pops right out. It's secure, but there's no extra levers to hit or pull in order to open it up. It's just in there under tension, so it pops open with a little bit of force, pretty easy. So once you get that busted loose, you have to slightly pull the bolt back so that the barrel can line up there. Once that's lined up, you let go of the charging handle, the bolt goes all the way forward. You take your lever here, hook it in right in front of your port. Snap that closed and you're ready to go. That's all it is. So let's talk about some times why would you need an AR-15 that folds up that you can carry around on your back? Well, there are lots of reasons. This does not take the place of your pistol, in my opinion. Your pistol is an immediate action weapon. It's something that if you see a need, you should be able to come out of your holster and get rounds on target, in my opinion, in a second and a half, 2 seconds. You're not going to do that with this gun. However, where this would come into play, in my mind, is say you're in the grocery store and there's an active shooter. Well, if you can come at that active shooter with an AR-15, you're going to be much better off than fighting that with another handgun, okay? If you are security detail, whether for maybe for a church or maybe you're security detail for a school, then you can have this thing on you and nobody knows you have it on you, right? It's concealed in the backpack. And so those are some times and places that I think this would be good. Another thing that's cool about this is if you want to have a truck gun, we did a video on a truck gun here, and one of the things we talked about was, well, here you've got this full-length rifle, and there's really no place to hide it. You can maybe kind of stick it under your seat depending on what vehicle you have, but there's no good methods or places to hide a full-length gun out of sight because you don't want people stealing it. Well, this thing, you could fold it up, hide it under your seat much easier, or you can stick it in a backpack, and then it just looks like a backpack sitting there. Nobody knows if there's a gun in it or what's in your backpack. And so those are some uses that I think, and some roles that this fills extremely well that no other AR-15 or pistol can fill. So those are some things that I really like about it. Now, I've put about, I don't know, maybe 500 rounds through this gun at various distances, anywhere from 5 yards to 200 yards. And it has held the zero. I've broken it down, put it back together multiple times, and the zero has stayed the same. And I was curious about the accuracy because, you know, when you buy a full-length gun or any gun that doesn't fold, like most of them that anybody has, they're set. Everything's set on it, okay, from the factory. This one is not. It is, but it's opening and closing. And so I was thinking, I wonder if it's going to line back up exactly the same spot every time, and is it going to be accurate at, say, 200 yards or even further? And it's proven to do that. I'm shooting with just a red dot sight here, just a single like 2 MOA dot, and I'm hitting I think it's a 10 or 12 inch plate at 200 yards. So to me, that's sufficient. That's sufficient. And so I'll show you guys that here on the video in a little bit. One thing I do want to hit on that I guess a couple things that I think could be done better on this gun is the little pull tab here. It just kind of, if you're carrying it, you know, shooting it out here on the range or whatever, and it's deployed in battery, this thing just kind of flops around and clangs, and this is a minor gripe, but I just don't like it. I don't like how that flops around. Also, it doesn't give you very much leverage to pull on. So I think something, I don't have any ideas, but I think something could be done differently or better with that. It's not a big deal, but it's worth noting. Also, to sling this weapon, I put this sling attachment point, this QD point on here. Now, the buttstock it comes with also has one. I like to run a 2-point sling. But when you close it, you can't close it with your sling attached. So I'm going to have to play around and put this up maybe. I think it will close on the 45-degree M-lock rail. But I like to have mine on the side. So that's, again, just a minor complaint. The biggest thing in my mind that I think could be done better with this gun is the bag that they send it with. So the whole premise behind this foldable AR-15 is concealability, right? I mean, that's why you would fold it down, so that you can hide it. So you guys make your own decision. I've made mine. Which one of these bags looks like it's got a gun in it more? In my opinion, this one. This bag looks very tactical. It's got MOLLE on the outside. It's OD green. You know, this looks like a tactical bag. If you see somebody wearing this around, you think, oh, that's a military guy. You know, I don't know what's in it, but it's likely to have a gun. This right here is just it's a Vertex bag. I don't know what the model of it is, but this company makes great concealable firearm bags, and this is what I carry it in, because this looks a whole lot less likely to have a weapon in it. It just looks like an everyday bag. There's nothing special about it, nothing tactical about it. There's no MOLLE webbing or anything like that. A little bit of hook and loop fabric along the bottom, but that doesn't raise any red flags to me. And this is a very effective bag, so this is what I chose to carry it in. So this gun, the company, if I didn't say that already, is FoldAR. It's a pretty likely name, so probably not that hard to figure out. But FoldAR, I think that you should consider putting this thing in a less obvious bag, sending it with a less obvious bag, so that it's more concealable and less likely to be seen. So those are some things that I like and some things that I think could be improved. But overall, this is a very quality weapon. The components, everything is beefy. Everything seems like it's very good quality. These are made in Texas, so made here in the U.S. Just a really sweet gun that fits a unique role that I think is very practical and viable. So I want to get out here on the range, and some things I want to look at out here is how fast can I have this thing in battery? From the backpack, locked out with a round in the chamber, how fast can I get that set up? I want to look at just shooting. Well, maybe we'll do a mag dump out here and look at reliability or dependability of it. Not that shows dependability overall. That would come in using this thing in a long period of time, but still there's some things that will malfunction during rapid fire, and some weapons that won't, just with one shot at a time. So maybe we'll do a mag dump out here. I want to look at accuracy. So I've got this thing sighted in at 36 yard. That's where I like to zero my rifles, and at least my 223 or 5.56. And so we'll do some accuracy tests shooting out at 200. We'll see about hitting that gong. And so that's what I want to look at: dependability, accuracy. How fast can I get it out? So let's get out on the range and see how this thing performs. All right, so here we go, guys. I've got a 20-round magazine, or I got 19 in here. I like to load one less in mine, but this is what it comes with. It's a Lancer mag. So great magazines. This is a 20-round mag, which I also like because it adds to the concealability and portability of the gun, just making an overall smaller package. So what I want to start with, we're just going to do a mag dump here and just see how it does. I haven't done that with this gun yet, but I have shot, 3 to 5 round burst of it and single shot drills and things like that. So let's see how it does with this 19 round mag dump. Here we go. she ran clean. Good shooting gun, no hiccups there. Let's move into an accuracy test. All right, so just so you guys know, I'm going to show you here where I'm hitting at 36 yards. These were headshot groups. A little bit to the left, I made some adjustments after, and so this is where we're at 36 yards. See the head, a little bit left. All right, so we're Z'd at 36. We're gonna go over here to the 200 yard and shoot some on the gong. It's a 12-inch gong, and I'm just gonna hold dead center with the red dot, and let's see how accurate it is. All right, so here we are at the 200 yard mark. In a second, I'm gonna zoom the camera in. It's kind of hard to see the steel target down there, but it's a steel gong. Again, a 12-inch gong. I'm gonna be shooting it from the prone position here and just holding dead center with the 2 MOA red dot. So you guys listen in. Hopefully you're able to hear the ping when the bullet contacts the plate, and obviously that is representative of a hit. So here we go. All right, so I hope you're able to hear that and see that. We shot, I don't know, 4 or 5 rounds there. I had one miss, which was me. I pulled it a little bit, but you saw the other 4 hits, hopefully, and heard them as well. So again, this is just to prove to you that I've got the gun zeroed at 36, and despite the gun being folded in half and then back extended into battery, that it doesn't affect the accuracy. Now, if I had a scope, obviously I could be much more accurate, but I'm just shooting with a regular old red dot here. But to me, hitting at 200 yards with that red dot is sufficient. All right, guys, so here we are at the 20-yard line, roughly. I've got my shot timer here, so I'm gonna be timing this drill. And just to go over real quick how I carry this in my bag. All right, I carry it with the chamber up, so you guys can see this here, carrying it with the chamber and bolt all facing up. For one reason, that is that it just keeps debris and dirt and crap that's in the bottom of my bag from getting in there and gummed up, and really that's the main reason that I do that. And I carry the magazine with the ammo in it inserted into the gun, but obviously the barrel's folded, so you don't have one in the chamber, and I wouldn't recommend that anyways. So I've got the magazine loaded, it's inserted into the gun, and the gun's broken down in half. So the drill here is I'm gonna hit the buzzer at the beep. I'm gonna take the bag off, probably kneel down and get the gun out and in battery and put 1 round on target. So let's see how fast I can do this. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. That was 10.32. 10.32. Let's do another rep and see how it goes. All right, here we go for rep 2. All right, that was 11.65, so a little bit slower, but in the end, like I told you guys, I can do this 10 to 12 seconds regularly. Really, a lot of it just depends on how much you fumble with your bag, and again, having this little pull cord on here, you see this time it kind of got pushed in behind the lever, so that's fine, it worked, but that's just another reason that I think that could be done differently or better. So pretty fast, pretty deployable, especially considering the firepower that you're carrying around. Being able to put something into battery that fast is pretty significant. Alright guys, so there you have it. The FoldAR. Full length 16-inch barrel. Foldable, easy to conceal. Reliable thus far. Like I said, up to about 500 rounds. You guys saw the mag dump there. You saw the accuracy, the deployability, and concealability of it. All in all, I think this is a really good gun. If I was going to war, obviously you're not going to carry this, but that's not what this was made for. This was made to fit one specific purpose, and I think it does it quite well. Again, there are a few things that I would improve. The biggest one would be just the bag that it's sent in, or the bag, if you do purchase this gun, the one that you choose to carry it in. Don't carry it around in one of those tactical military style looking bags. I mean, that defeats the purpose of having the gun. It just says, hey, I'm tactical and I've probably got a gun on me. You don't want that. You don't want to draw undue attention to yourself. So I would recommend getting a different bag. FoldAR, I would recommend sending a different bag. I think it fits your mission a little bit better than the tactical bag. The pull cord on the lever is a minor thing. The sling, it's really no hit on them, but you're just going to have to move it to a different position. Maybe there could be a more slimline attachment point, or maybe integrate that into the rail. That might fix the problem. Just some ideas, but those are just a few issues that I've found so far that are not a deal breaker. This is a great quality gun. So thanks FoldAR for producing an awesome gun and sending this out for us to review. If you guys have any comments on this, drop them down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think, if you've tried these guns out and what your experience is with them. So if you don't subscribe to the channel, do that. Turn on notifications, like the video. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.